Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm August, and today I'm going to be trying out the Raw Beauty Kristi x Colourpop palette. It's called At First Sight. This palette is currently not available on their website, and I'm really hoping they do a restock so you guys can get your hands on it if you didn't already. I did order this for their second restock on December 11th. I'm also going to do an experiment and test out the Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation once again, because I did do a video on this. If you haven't seen it already, I will have it linked down below. I'm going to be using it on top of the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I also did a video on this. If you haven't seen that, I'll have that link down below as well. I just want to see how these two would work together. This is literally just an experiment. I don't even know if you're supposed to put a powder foundation on top of the CC. I don't know the rules. I didn't read the rule book for makeup. I'm just experimenting, so please don't come for me. According to how they worked separately, I think this might be a good idea. We're gonna find out together. So before we get into this video, if you would just take a moment and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It really does help me out. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So first things first, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Fenty Beauty concealer as an eyeshadow base. I usually like to use an eyeshadow base as an eyeshadow base, and if I didn't mention this already, I did my eyebrows off camera. Hopefully you can tell without me having to say that, because if not, then I did not do a good job. And very, very lightly, I am going to set that concealer. I know some people are like super against the concealer as an eyeshadow base thing, but I'm not against anything when it comes to makeup. Like I'll try anything, because you never know until you try it, you know? And what works for some people might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for other people. So to each his own. Okay, now that I got my eyeshadow base on, I'm about to hop into this palette. I'm so excited because these colors, they make me excited. Looking at them, I literally want to try every single color, which is not feasible. So let me be realistic. So the first shade I'm going in with is Chanterelle. It's this like burnt orange yellow shade. A lot of kick up in the pan, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna place that, like, I don't know what to call this. What is it? Oh, it is pigmented. It is super pigmented. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to have to like build it up, but no ma'am. I love that shade so much. I love that shade. That looks so smooth. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that looks really smooth, really pretty. So really quick, this Chanterelle shade that I just used really reminds me of the shade Sequoia from the California Love palette. I absolutely love this shade, so I'm not too surprised that I love Chanterelle. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I hope I am. Chanterelle. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Fiddlehead. For Fiddlehead, I'm gonna pick up where I left off with that last shade and just put that right there. Oh, that is so pretty.
And I've been on my own wave trying to keep myself still.
And next, I'm going in with the shade Emerald City.
Not moving forward, show me that this music is real.
Okay, so I'm trying to use as many shades as possible. So I'm going in with the shade PNW. And I'm just popping this directly in the outer V portion of my eye. Next, I'm going to cut my crease with this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Olive. And now I'm just going to place Puffball all over the lid. I'm going back in with PNW just to like buff out that outer V, make it, you know, not so harsh. And then back in with Emerald City. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera. Okay, now I'm back and I'm still not done. So next I'm gonna go in with a liner brush and go into the shade Rainer here. I could not use this shade, I had to. So I'm just using this shade like as a liner. You see, just a little liner moment. Still not done, okay? Okay, last but not least, I'm going into the shade West Coast, popping that directly in my inner corner. Okay, so after applying West Coast to my inner corner, I'm reconsidering my lid shade. I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Evergreen. Hopefully I don't regret this. I'm gonna use Evergreen on my eyelid because I really like the way that these shimmers work. Just to add like a little something to the lid, you know what I mean? I felt like it was looking really boring with Puffball just being on my eyelid, so just a little shimmer. And now I'm just priming my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Okay, and I do want this to be like pretty sharp, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the CC cream that I'm gonna use. Well, actually a lot because it just decided to squirt out like that. And I'm gonna put it on this liner brush. Now I'm going back in with that Fenty Pro Filt'r concealer, and I'm gonna blend that out with a tiny little beauty blender. And now I'm gonna take this, I know I look crazy, I'm gonna take this beauty blender and get some of that Camo CC Cream and apply that. I really love the coverage on this CC Cream. Okay, I know I look crazy, but now I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r powder and put this on top, see how that looks. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera. I just wanted to demo that CC cream and powder combination to see how it turns out so you guys can see exactly what I did. I will give you guys my full review on the palette and that combination that I just tried when I get back with my full face of makeup. Okay guys, I'm back and this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna run you guys through some of the products that I used since I did my face off camera. For blush, I went in with this Juvia's blush palette and I used the shade here called Neo. I just went in very light with that. For highlighter, I did a little throwback moment and I used my Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife highlighter. I went in with a really light hand with this. I just thought that it would go good with that inner corner highlight, and it really does. I haven't used that highlighter in so long, but she still works like a charm. For bronzer, I went in with the Coco Stalk'r bronzer from Fenty with a little bit of the Morphe Glamabronze in the shade Venom. I mentioned this in my 2020 favorites. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you go watch it. And on the lips, I used the Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Cola, and on top of that, I used this Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Moi. I absolutely love this lip gloss. This is one of my favorite lip glosses of all time. And on top of that, I used just a little bit of this e.l.f. Modern Metals lip gloss. This was limited edition. It came out in one of their collections and they no longer sell it. I really hope they bring something like this back because I really love this. I've almost used all of this up, so I'm just trying to, you know, put this in my empties. I am going to start doing empties videos because I like those. Okay, so for this eyeshadow palette, I really loved it. I really love the color story, and I got so excited that I wanted to use as many colors as I possibly could. And you know, that's great and all, but I feel like some of the colors that I really liked, like the first shade that I used, it kind of got lost a little bit along the way because all the other shades were just like popping out. So I did have to go back in on that shade. And then these two shimmers really surprised me. I'm not, if you watch my channel, then you know that I am typically like a matte eyeshadow type of girl, but I really wanted to try those shimmers and I'm glad I did because it really tied this whole look together. I have nothing bad to say about this palette. I really hope that they restock this so that you guys can get your hands on it. I'm honestly in love with this palette and I think that I will get a ton of use out of it because there's so many different looks I can create. I will especially do another video on this if they relaunch. So let's cross our fingers and hope and pray that they relaunch this palette because it is really, really good. This is making me want to rank my Colourpop palettes because I think this might be my favorite Colourpop palette. Comment down below and let me know if you guys would be interested in a ranking of my Colourpop palettes. I think that would be such an interesting video. So next, for the CC cream and the powder, I'm still very impressed with the coverage that the CC cream offers. I did mention that in my first video that I did with this CC cream. The coverage on this is amazing. The finish on this is amazing. And when I first used this, I felt like it was like a little too hydrating for me. I am more on the oily side, which is why I thought that putting this on top would kind of, you know, mesh it all together and make it okay. And I think it works okay together. I'm just still not impressed with this powder. I don't know, like I don't know how many more times I'm gonna have to use it to be impressed. I don't know what it is about it. I really want to love this powder. Like, I've seen so many positive reviews and things like that, but what I'm learning about makeup is that what works for you may not work for somebody else, and what works for somebody else may not work for you. And I'm not sure this is for me. I'm just not sure. I'm gonna try to use this one more time in a different way, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, it's still not my favorite powder. For example, I've only spent like $3 or $4 on this Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and I absolutely love this powder. I love this powder so much, and I spent, how much is this? Like $35, and I'm just not in love with it. Like, maybe I need to use it again. I don't know. Okay guys, that is it for today. Please comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this look, and also just leave a comment because I respond to every single comment. So if you have anything that you want to get off your chest, leave it in the comment section down below. Also, really quick, I just wanted to mention the song that I have playing in this video. That is my little sister and my boyfriend. They made a song, and of course I absolutely love the song. I will have that song linked down below. If you guys want to add it to your library, please add the whole project to your library. This is all fire, but I especially like that song so much, and I just had to use it in my video. Like, yeah, just wanted to quickly mention that. Just wanted to throw that in there, you know. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like this video, comment, and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.
Back to the root, back to the whiteboard, mapping out moves, still sticking to the script, know the end's coming soon.